Luke Bell, thank you for having a chat to us.
Always good. Enjoy the free coffee.
Beautiful. Now, mate, you were 7th in Abu Dhabi last year, 7th in Melbourne. Were you happy with those two results?
Yeah, absolutely. Abu Dhabi's that time of the year, and start of March. It's arguably the strongest field outside of Kona. Everyone turns up. It's you walk down to the buffet that we all rant about, and there's definitely the who's who of the triathlon world. Everyone's coming out to see where they're at. Would have been nice to have gone 6th, going 7th 2 years in a row. Is it's always good to go one better. But yeah, absolutely. And then to back it up, that 3 weeks later at Ironman Melbourne, and Melbourne being such a marquee event now, as for the elites, a P4000 race, and you looked at the field that turn up. I went 8 hours 10. What more can you say? 8 hours 10. It's a great result, but only good enough for again 7th on the day. But all in all, the form was great at the start of the year.
When you look back to that 8:10 in Melbourne, is it hard thinking that you were only 7th with an 8:10? 9 out of 10 Ironmans you win with an 8:10.
Yeah, it's an interesting one. It was like thinking about it now. I think I forgot about it quite quickly. I was wrapped with my 8:10, and I think to be able to forget about the position result that quickly, I think shows that I was quite content with the 8 hours 10 and where we're at, and I gave everything I could on the day. When you run out of transition and you're running 3:30 kilometre pace, and you see 4 guys come bolting by you at about 3:15 pace. You tell yourself you're not going too bad, it's just those guys are going a hell of a lot better.
Now, you then hit Ironman Cairns and followed that with Ironman New York, so it was 3 Ironmans before you got to Kona.
Smart guy, not so smart.
Is it too much racing?
I think so, but it's funny, over the years I've been doing racing professionally now for you're looking at over 10 years. So it's like anything else in any other job. You're looking for new excitement, new things to do. Things do become a little bit stale, so you're searching for new events, trying new ideas, and I think last year I just wanted to see what it was like to race events that I wanted to race, and it ended up being 3 or 4 Ironmans, but ideally that's that's not great prep. It's not something you tell another athlete to do, but for myself at that time I wanted to do it, and you want to try new things.
When you're sitting down with Matt and you're planning your season, you say, Matt, I want to do these 3 Ironman events. What was Matt saying? This is obviously Matt Dixon.
Yeah. Matt's obviously got his points of views as well. Obviously Purple Patches, he's had some fantastic results, and you look at 2011 for myself, and I had a fantastic year, one of the best years I've had. And last year I think it was more about getting back, and you maybe I got into a little slump in training and needed some new excitement, new spark. So he's always open to the views. I think that's where Matt's a great coach. He's not a coach that will tell you what to do. He will suggest what he would like you to do, what may work, and if at the end of the day I come back and say, look, this is still what I want to do, he goes, well, this is the best way possible that we can go about it. I think it's one of those things where 2 heads working in the one direction is better than 2 heads butting against each other, and I think he realised that it's what I wanted to do last year, and he did everything in his absolute power to get me in the best possible shape for each of those events.
You were winless last year for the first time, and I can't remember how long. How was that to deal with?
Yeah, I had a laugh about that with Lucy. It's the first time since I think 2001 or 2001, 2002, whenever I decided to start racing professionally. It's the first time that I've ever gone without a 70.3 victory of some sort. It was hard to deal with, I guess, to start with. Once you start realising it, when it was sort of August, September, and I realised I've done a lot of Ironmans last year, but not many halves to tick that win. It played on me a little bit, and then you realise everyone goes through these phases, and if it was 10 years before I finally didn't win a race in a season, then so be it. A lot of guys have, I guess, strive to win one race, and I've been exceptionally lucky to be able to, I guess, have a lot of victories under the belt now, and and the other side of the thing, I guess, you learn not to take any of those victories for granted. You remember what they were like, and let's hope 2013 brings something back to the normal.
Well, let's talk about 2013. You're going to start with Auckland in a couple of weeks' time, and then it's back to Ironman Melbourne, your local race. Post that, what is the plan?
Yeah, I think it's become a bit more of a game, more so than just sitting out and nutting out races that you want to achieve, or you want to tick off as the places to go list. Auckland's, now it's an Asia Pacific Championship. We've got, by the end of March, you'll have 2 Asia Pacific Championship races, and I think as an athlete, if you're not fronting up them, as an Australian and New Zealand or within this vicinity athlete, and you're not fronting up to those races, you're nearly, shooting yourself in the foot. You've got a P1500 race at Auckland, and then you've got Melbourne, which is a P4000 race. They're 2 major races in the global scheme of things. And if you're looking at either getting to Vegas, getting to Kona, it's it's a game now. It's collecting points. And after Auckland, I'll be at Geelong. Obviously 70.3 Geelong, it's 45 minutes down the road, it's easy, but it's a P500 race. More emphasis will go into Auckland and Melbourne rather than Geelong, and purely because of the points and purely because it's a game now to get on those start lines.